So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the session. We started the session, the Get and Get Fit session during the lockdown. It was just I think it was a plan for just for the lockdown. And the session, the Get and Get Fit was a session which was a holistic approach to our health. It was a session to understand ourselves better and living life to the fullest. And we just wanted people to be healthy in all aspects of life. And we had the session mainly to, like, we were expecting the 4 quadrants. I think all of us would have known about that, how we need to earn fitness. That is, you need exercise, you need a good attitude, you need rest and nutrition. And all these aspects were discussed during these sessions. And since all of you all, most of you all have been part of our success, I'm sure all of you all were part of our 25th anniversary session, which we celebrated so successfully. And during that session, we announced a parallel series, which is known as Pamper Yourself. And this series was mainly to understand to have an understanding of how you can make yourself feel special. Most of us feel that we need to take care of everyone outside, our family members, everyone other than ourselves. But how many of us think of ourselves? How many of us think that we need to pamper ourselves? So this is a session mainly for that, the series which has started. And this is a series to help people. We want to reach out to people. We want to help people make the best of their life, both internally and also on the external front. And then when we started this session, I'm sure Vidyaa, I'm so privileged to be part of the inner circle of this team. And we were looking for speakers, and Dr. Vidyaa Iyer was saying, we need to find speakers for this session and expert speakers. And all I thought of is, who is the best person to start off the session other than Dr. Vidyaa Iyer? She is the brainchild, and she's the one who's actually leading the session from front. And I think I just informed, I spoke to Dr. Vidyaa Akka, who I called. I said, Akka, you need to be the first speaker, and then I think we can have the other speakers come in the next sessions. So today we have our expert speaker, Dr. Vidyaa Iyer. And just a few things, a few achievements of Dr. Vidyaa Iyer. She's a cosmetic and an aesthetic dentist. She's won many awards. She's got the Miss Beautiful Smile 2017. She's got Miss Aragi 2019, Miss Shakti 2019, Miss Attitude 2019, and Miss Shakti 2020 award. She's also a qualified laser-assisted skin consultant and a qualified beauty consultant and makeover specialist. So we are extremely happy, and I'm very, very proud to start the session by introducing our expert speaker, Dr. Vidyaa Iyer, today. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Vidyaa.
Thank you so much, Judeline. I know it's such a big, responsibility I had to give Judeline. She had to, change between Vidyaa Akka and Dr. Vidyaa, and I understand. But yeah, I'm Vidyaa Akka to her, so I would prefer to be called that. I'm just going to start my screen sharing. This is exactly what we had planned, and the whole idea was, to help all of us understand what our lives could be. And we really did not know how things are going to shape up. See, I'm sure all of us thought that this pandemic is a short time that we are not going to be outside our houses, right? And then there came a time when we realized that this is not only hitting us physically, it is hitting us mentally also. So that's how we started the Get and Get Fit series. And obviously, as Judeline said, we have already come to Pamper, 25th, and then beyond that. But then I realized that, most of us, especially women, have not visited the beauty parlors or anything like that for quite some time, right? And we all want to look good because previously it was like only few people were able to see each other. But right now things have changed totally. You're always in a meeting and everybody is looking at you even more than how they used to look at you in person. So that is when I thought, why not start this series? And today I'm so happy that what we actually announced 1 month back has come to age today, and we're going to start with the Pamper Yourself series. And I want to thank Judeline because honest to God, I had another speaker for today, but since she said, Akka, you only started the Get In Get Fit series session 1, and that has become such a big success, so we want you to start the Pamper Yourself series too. So this is an initiative by Team Red Rockstars, and I want to thank all my teammates for joining in, and the Get In Get Fit series teammates too. So with that, let's go on to the session. Thank you, Judeline, for all those kind words which you had to say. And truly, it is something, a dream come true for all of us, right? Because when you look at getting announced as the best speaker or the expert speaker, you feel very nice about yourself, and there's no things which you can add frills to this particular aspect, right? I'm sure in the last 2-3 days, you all must have heard about this happy hug day, happy kiss day, and all that. And all of us are thinking, oh, is this all necessary? Should we need a hug day? Should we need a kiss day and all? But then, my dear friends, have you realized, have you done that for yourself? Have you hugged yourself? Have you told yourself you look so beautiful? Have you appreciated the way you look and carry yourself? I think that is something very phenomenal. Because when we think about, especially Indian women, if I have to look at, see, our roles are variant, and our responsibilities are variant. So after a certain point in life, it is only others who occupy the center stage, and you definitely don't give yourself a priority in life. Your priority is actually, after so many people in your life. And then somewhere down the line, you feel you've lost that self of yours. So today I'm going to take you through an amazing journey, and I'm confident that, you're all going to enjoy this journey. So let's get started. This is a beautiful saying which says, love yourself first and everything else falls in line. You really have to love yourself to get anything done in this world. So can you imagine, so much is there only about loving yourself? And this is said by Lucille Ball, right? And self-care is a divine responsibility. So it's just not that you're being selfish because you're taking care of yourself. It's a divine responsibility. And if you look at it, make time for yourself. And this is something, again, which none of us do. I'm sure all of you would have heard Swami Vivekananda say, he said, if you have not spent 1 hour of the day with yourself, you're missing speaking to the most important person in this entire universe, and that is you. So, you need to take this me time and pamper yourself. And that is how our series came to be known as Pamper Yourself. Next, you can transfer money. You can transfer knowledge too, right? But can you transfer health, my dear friends? This is something which got me thinking. So I realized that, you can give something to your next generation. That could be money, that could be knowledge to your, students and things like that. But health is something which each one of us have to work out only on ourselves. So there is no way like you can say that somebody else is going to come and do something for you. You have to take time out of whatever you say. If you say it's your busy schedule, then you have to take it out of your busy schedule. And that 45 minutes or 1 hour is something which you need to spend with yourself, for yourself. And that, I feel, is a very major responsibility which we all have. Imagine if you have good health, then your children are going to be very proud of you. I'm sure we have so many legends here who are experts even after the age of 60. Because they are taking care of their health is what they are giving the biggest gift to their family. So that is how we started this Get In Get Fit series. Mostly when you talk about health and anything to do with yourself, people say, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time, I have to rush to work, and I work so hard, I am so stressed, and there is so much of schedules to take care, I'm always late for things. And then we are thinking about, self-care can be like, you have to forgive yourself, taking a break, asking for help, saying no, staying at home, setting boundaries, and things like that too. So now you're thinking about like, how is it that I'm going to fit in all this into my daily life, right? So how to pamper yourself at home. So that is how this whole series started. So how can you pamper yourself? wash your hair, of course, take a leisured bath and, spend some time in just grooming yourself. Put on some relaxing music. I'm sure most of us love to have some hobbies of listening to old, songs which can calm you internally. Take a long, warm bubble bath and, just pamper your skin, groom yourself. And grooming is an art by itself. See, many a times people think like dressing up is some bad kind of a thing. No. See, when you go for a function, can you see 2 or 3 people who are so well dressed and you keep gaping at themselves, right? And after some time, you realize that, oh my God, how did she find time? She's also a mother of 2 or 3. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Or she's a very, busy person in her professional field. She has, aging in-laws to take care. So all of us have responsibility. But then when you groom yourself, you definitely feel a lot of self-confidence and, self-worth. Wear the comfiest clothes. Many people think fashion or styling is about, wearing some skimpy clothes and, showing off their skin. I beg to differ. It's not that at all. It is how comfortable you are and how confident you are in your own clothes you wear. If you feel comfortable in a sari, wear sari and, be as graceful as ever you can. Light candles. I'm sure aromatherapy is a big study by itself. I'm not sure how many of you know about it, but then there are beautiful candles which are scented, and each of this gives out or throws a mood into the room. That's why they say candlelight dinner, and they speak a lot about candles. This is a art by itself, and I'm sure this series, Pamper Yourself, is going to bring in experts from all these fields which I'm talking to you all about. Give yourself a facial. You can sit at home, pamper your skin, make your skin feel so loved. Give yourself a manicure or a pedicure. Manicure is when you take care of your hands, and pedicure is when you take care of your feet. You can use scrubs. You can, soak your feet in warm water, give it the lather and the cream you wish, and then, paint your nails, and you can make yourself feel very nice about it. Buy a gift for yourself. How many times have you appreciated for something, a hard work which you have done, and then, you wanted to give it all you can, and you got a great appreciation. Did you buy yourself something on that occasion? That is something where you can treat yourself and make yourself feel nice. Go clubbing with your girlfriends, and that is something which is very important. What I mean here is the vitamin F. The vitamin F is a vitamin friends. And that is again something very, very, very important, because most of us, we forget that, friendships also play a very important role. Many of us just get tied to families. I always understand or like this definition of friendships. They say friendships or friends are people who might not have your same blood as in the lineage, but they are much more thicker than blood. So, that is something very beautiful. And go on a long drive. When I say a long drive, I mean not an harshed up affair. I mean something which you just want to enjoy. They say smell the roses all the way. So you just have to smell and, make yourself feel nice about each thing. Many a times we forget to even enjoy the butterflies which flutter in our garden. Just go behind a butterfly and see how beautiful that day is for the butterfly. And, there is some child in you which really comes out. And then watch a nice chick flick or a nice movie which pampers you, and or take just a nap. Some people love to sleep, and pamper yourself means all of this. So don't forget to pamper yourself at home. And all this is because many of us sometimes feel that, this lockdown has brought in 24 hours all to ourselves, but we don't know what to do. And here you have a list of things which you can do and get into your hobby time and, enjoy yourself. Now, knowledge about basic skincare and grooming is something which I felt was not really a part of my growing up curriculum. When I say growing up curriculum, see, all of us, study, and then you get into a profession. And sometimes these nuances of life just, escape your brains. And we think that, only we have to excel in our knowledge. Now, can you imagine there was a time, I'm not going to name those singers, but there was a time when, singers used to come on stage and they sometimes, used to even cover themselves completely in a sari. And they used to sing some amazing songs of different genres, and still their body would just be, straight. You would not see any expressions otherwise, other than the expressions through their vocal cords. But here, so this is how it works. And sometimes we feel like, oh my God, has this really happened? Is this what it really meant? And then we are thinking about, nowadays, how the performances happen. So nowadays, if you look at the performances, you will understand that these singers, they have to perform on stage. They have to be a good dancer. They have to be a good singer, obviously. And they have to be a performer. So who's a performer? Performer who's able to grab the attention of the audience and keep them hooked on for a longer period of time. So they have to dance, they have to sing, they have to look good, they have to dress good. So it's all about understanding yourself and self-care and grooming. So then you need to also understand the concerns of your skin. And today I'm going to run you through a lot of things which will help you understand your skin. Of course, hair care, skin care, body care, nail care, oral care, and discipline to love yourself, which is called self-love and music therapy. So I'm going to throw a light on most of these topics today, and then I will, take you through what your friends are waiting to talk to you through being an expert speaker. So this is something called the anti-age skincare market segment. So if you thought that anti-age, I just put a woman because sometimes men feel, oh, skincare is not for me. But that's not true, my dear friends. Today, if you look at the beauty parlors, say probably about 10 years back, it was mostly a women's domain, right? But today, I'm sure you understand there are unisex saloons, and there is a lot of men who also go in for the skin care or the hair care. And today, even if you look at a newspaper or any advertisement for hair loss, if you look at the number of men showing off versus women, it's mostly the men saying that they are losing hair much more. So at a particular point of time, we thought hair was only a crowning glory for women. Not anymore, my dear friends. So here is the age group where people understand their skin age, and they are trying to figure out a way where they can pamper themselves. So at 20s to 30s, they think if they moisturize their skin, it's more than enough. At 30s to 40s, they want to prevent any aging kind of an effect on the skin. When you're between 40 to 50 or 55, you're thinking about anti-aging effects along with healing your skin also. When you're between 55 and 70, again, you want to heal your skin from anti-age effects. And when you're above 70, you're thinking about saving your skin from the anti-age effect. So you can see where it was prevent in the early 50s, and then it became healing and then saving in the later part of the skin age. So when you look at your skin, it's a real big sector. Similarly, if you look at the global woman skincare market segment, now this is something where we understood that many a times people think that, we are all grouped into different kind of women. And the answer is true. I was a very minimalistic woman in the sense like, I really did not have time for all this. And I wanted something really quick, something which I can take my skin, care to a very minimalistic way of looking good. That was what my mindset was in my early 20s or 30s. And then obviously, as you grow up the corporate ladder, you want to look smart, you want to look good whenever you want to, share your knowledge. And people are not only looking at you as a human being, you're looking at you as a person. So that your personality definitely shows. So that's when it becomes like, become a smart woman. And here they say, maybe I don't care as much on my appearance because they think that, the knowledge is going to supersede all this. And that's true to a larger extent. Then you will have some people who are the natural women. They want natural skincare products, or they want the natural part of it. So everybody is talking about, you know, botanicals and natural things and things like that. Okay, so they are looking out for cosmetics which are natural. Next is a sensual woman. Sensual in the sense they like, you know, to show off. They like to show off their skin, their hair, the perfumes they wear. They like heads to turn on. And there's nothing wrong in that, my dear friends. And then there is this young woman look, which means, like, you know, you need to feel young always. And that is important, to be attractive and looking young. And then there is this beauty conscious people. So where, you know, they are looking at the top notch of beauty and healthcare products for themselves. So this beauty seeker, you know, totally goes from, you know, start to finish. And this is where I understood that, you know, there was a little of me in everything. So it was not like you can only be categorized as one person. There is so much to that. Then we understand as a science. See, today I'm going to talk more about science. The reason being is when science is spoken, it's a fact. It's not an opinion about a person. So when you speak about science, it makes also a very important aspect that, you know, you understand that there is so much of thinking and there are so much of research work going into that. So be very nice and gentle to your skin, because skin is the largest organ of your body. And I'm sure you all understand skin. So just to give you a basic understanding, you have the epidermis, which is outside, and then you have the dermis, which has the elastin and the fibrins. These are the fibers which will give your skin the plumpness. So as you age, that elastin becomes, that elastic fibers of your skin becomes loosened up, and that's why you start having wrinkles. And then you have the hypodermis, and then you have the connective tissue. So this entire block becomes your skin. And if you understand your skin is different on your face, on your body, on your hands, on your feet, and on your private parts. So, you know, the skin is such an important part of your body. This is a very famous saying which says, Agathin Aragu Mugathil Theriyum, right? We have not understood that completely. I don't know how many of us have understood this completely. Agathin Aragu, which means, like, you know, your internal organs, those functioning properly is going to be depicted on your face. So Mugathil Theriyum. So let's understand how much of this is really the truth. So let's look at this face. So if you have baggy eyes, like here, if you have bags or sags hanging down, that means your kidneys are a problem. If you have some pigmentation on your cheeks here, that means there is some problem with your skin. Many a times you would see some kind of a white patches on your skin here, and you would have gone to your doctor, and the doctor would have said, I think there is some worm infection in the stomach. So that is where you would see it on your skin here. If your lungs are an issue, you would see them on this side. And this is a place for the heart. So if there is anything on the upper lip, it's for the heart. And this, I'm 100% sure all women will agree, when you have it, any changes on the chin. And this is hormonal imbalance or gynecological imbalance. You will see a lot of women who have hair on their chin, right? And you would see this hair, you might think, oh, it's just growing somewhere. No, friends, that means you are having a hormonal imbalance. And I want to tell you today that we, as a part of the Team Red initiative, we do free health and skincare consultation. It's free, absolutely free. So you can make use of this not only for yourself and for your friends, for your relatives. Just help us fix an appointment with them, and I would do that, you know, free on a Zoom call, and it will be very personalized, which means it will be one-to-one. Only the two of us would be there as a part of that. So we will help you understand how your health is and how your skin works. Of course, you have the liver on the the, between your glabella here, and on the end that is near your temples. Your heart is here again, and then your bladder problems and small intestine. Many a times you see a lot of patches also, and all this actually reflects of the internal organ. Now, if I'm going to repeat that statement saying Agathin Alagu Mugathil Theriyum, now you will understand it is so true, right? Next is about the skin itself. Now, when I talk about the skin, there are different types of skin. Now, many a times we understand that, skin itself is a very complex organ also. You have a normal skin, you have a dry skin, you have an oily skin, you have a combination skin, and you have a sensitive skin. So, these are the different types of skin, and each type needs a different regime to really take care of. And then we also understand that, skin age just does not happen. It just does not happen in a day. You will see the skin age of a 20, and then you see as every decade goes by, when they are 30s and 40s, you can see slowly the wrinkle lines coming up, the fine lines coming up, the eyebrow lines coming up. You have certain pigments coming up, and that is how when you become 60, the color of your hair and your skin tone and texture changes. So let's understand a little more about this lines. So you can have a lot of necklines here on the neck, and then over when you go, you have pitted skin, and then you have bruxism, which is the teeth grinding when you're stressed or tensed up. You have, you keep biting your teeth, and then you lose out on your lower facial height, which means if I have to divide my face from the hairline to the eyebrows, that becomes a 1/3. From my eyebrow to my nose, the base of the nose, this is becoming another 1/3. And then from my nose to my chin becomes the other 1/3. If you realize, this 1/3 remains constant. Okay, so this would change as the hair recedes. You would see this changes, and here as your teeth grinds, you can see this part coming closer. That is how you will start aging. So always it is better when we look at the facial symmetry, we think about all those 3 levels being in unison. Next is, I'm sure all of us are thinking about the frown lines or the forehead line. So when you raise your eyebrows and you go next to the mirror, you can just do this experiment. Like, you can just stand in front of the mirror, raise your eyebrows and see how many lines you have. If you have lots of lines, that means you have a lot of frown lines, and we need to do some kind of a relaxing. And I'm sure you're all a part of the Get In Get Fit Tuesday series, where we do a lot of meditation and try to reduce those stress lines on our body. And then you have the under eye lines, and then you have the crow's feet. This is where you will have the crow's feet. So all these would be there. And then you have these bunny lines, which are lines on the nose. So you do like this, you will see some people have a lot of lines on their nose. And you also have certain lines called the Marriott lines, or here on your outer part of your lips. So all these are actually age changes, and we don't realize that many a times the kind of expressions we do on the face would give rise to these lines. Now, what is so important, I don't know if you Google enough, but there is a woman here in the world who has never done any expressions. She's just kept her skin intact. Right now she's around 60s to 65, but her skin is like a 16-year-old, right? So when I read that article, I actually smiled at myself. I said, do I want to experience life as in smile, laugh, cry, be happy, or I just want to look good? My answer was definitely to experience life, right? So when you experience life, that's when you realize that you will get these lines over a period of time. But how do we, just get rid of them? That is what we're going to focus on. Next, we have something called the face yoga. And to understand face yoga, I guess we do a lot of exercises on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays with Sauriyama, and we learn about yoga. So I also want to help you understand that this is a series of repetitive facial expressions. And here you will have, simulating the face muscles, tightening them, reducing signs of aging. And we want want to keep it as natural or as holistic as possible. And that is something which I personally feel is very, very, very important, because I am looking here for a very, if I look at it when I think about things, I always want to have a very holistic way of life. I'm looking out for a sustainable thing, which if I can say I can do it, you can do it too. I don't want to do something or say that only I can do it. I hope you understood when I say these things, because if it works for me, it has to work for you. Those are the even grounds we are looking out for, and we are looking at it in a holistic manner. So especially as you become 30s and 40s, you put on weight, you have something called a double chin here. And these exercises, which I'll be demonstrating in the next slide, and I want you all to follow with me if you can. And this is very important. And this is all natural, and it will eliminate the double chin also. So here you can see we are going to do some skin exercises. So all of you can say ah, and then hold your hand and move your head nicely with a resistance, and the tongue on the opposite side. For the frown lines, hold your hands and pull your forehead apart. You can also hold your cheeks with your pointing finger and your thumb. Look above and say "oh." Pull your tongue on the right and the left. Hold your cheek and pull it down. Drag your tongue out. Squeeze your eyes and say "ooh." So these are the 9 facial yoga exercises which you can do. There's a lot more science to it. And as we do this on a regular basis, you will see that these facial yoga really, improves your blood circulation of your face. Along with that, it also reduces all these fine lines. Okay. Next, we're going to a sector called the hair care. Hair care is something which every man, woman would love to have. And, you can pamper your hair that way. And today we're going to tell you some do's and don'ts of hair care. So you should massage your scalp regularly, and this will increase the blood supply on your hair. You should rinse your hair with always a cool water. Never use any hot water on your hair. And after you've had a hair bath, always see to it that, when you, dry your hair, use a microfiber towel. This is very important because other towels are very rash or, rough on your hair. Another very important thing what you can really understand is when you look at your hair, you should always see that, you use some kind of a silk material as a pillow. There's a lot of science to it, because your hair, if you look at the entire hair strand, they are negatively charged. And those negatively charged, when they come to a positively charged pillow, it will, prevent hair fall or hair loss. So when you have a silken pillow, a silk pillowcase or a silk bed sheet, always try to use that. And it's recommended that you change your pillow covers at least once in 2 days. And this is very important for 2 reasons. One is, if you are suffering from dandruff or any such things, it will prevent that. And as you clean your hair, your area will also be clean. Second thing is, if you have any skin issues, like you don't want to share your pillows also with your partner. So that is another thing which we need to take into consideration. And always use a moisturizing shampoo and along with a conditioner. Now that is very important, because as you condition your hair, it is really going to take care of your health. And hair is something which is very precious. That is why when you see when you go to Tirupati, I'm sure most of you know the temple Tirupati, and there they give off their hair, which means it is like giving up your ego. That is what is the signature of losing hair in terms of tonsuring your hair, right? And what are the don'ts? Now, these are certain things which I definitely want you all to understand, and understand it completely better. Many a times people, share their combs, or, share their, the same household has only one comb and everybody is using the same. Please avoid doing that. And you can also look at the comb and see the condition of your hair. Either you will have hair fall there, or you will see the comb turning dark, which means so much of dust is there. And we think pollution means something otherwise. No, friends, you will see all these effects of pollution on your hair too. And then you need to condition your hair. So don't condition your scalp. Okay, scalp is the place where the hair growth happens, and hair is what needs conditioning. So don't condition on your scalp, it's only on your hair. And never ever run a wet run a comb on your wet hair. Never do that, because the hair is very fragile at that time, and that will break your hair. Next is don't wear a very tight kind of hairdos. That's very important, because that is again which is going to damage your hair. And don't keep brushing your hair when it is wet, whether it is on the top or bottom. Run your you have your fingers, or you can run wide teethed combed for that. And when you use styling gels or anything like that to look good on some special days, always take care to remove all that before you go to bed that night. So that is again a very important thing. Many a times we think, oh, this all does not apply to us. Not really, friends. See, a lot of functions when we attend, we are doing certain things to take care of our hair and our skin. So all that is very important. Next is about hair growth. So this is again a very important thing, because many a times we're thinking about growing our hair long. So for that, you need to massage your scalp upside down. Now, what does upside down mean? Pull out your entire hair outside and bend down and nicely massage. See, when you massage, what happens is you have a blood circulation, which is actually improving on your hair. And that is very important. You might think I don't have much hair on my head. Sorry, friends. What we call is this hair follicle, it comes out, and as it comes out, you have something called one hair follicle coming out, what is called mono. If it is two, it is called di, and or bi, and then if it is three, it is called tri, and multi if it is more than that. So when we are young, from one hair shaft, you will have 2 or 3 hairs coming out. But as we grow old, what happens is only one comes out. So from multi, it was becoming a tri, di, and then it becomes mono. So as we massage our scalp, it is going to increase this, and will take it back into at least di and tri. And you don't need to really have a haircut every month for your hair to grow. Nothing like that. And if your hair is thin, you can use some protein mask. So I'm going to share with you some basic protein masks at home. You could use curd. Curd is a enriched protein. It's a probiotic also. You can apply curd on your hair. You can also apply egg whites, and you can apply it on your hair, wait for some time, and then shampoo it. So these could act as a hair mask. And of course, if you want more hair tips, as I told you, we will be there to help you. Don't use any heat on the hair. Many a times when you wash your hair, people use hot water. That's something, again, a no-no. And when you have to take in, you need to drink lots of water and take biotin and eat almonds. And how do you eat almonds? You soak almonds and then you eat it. Okay. So what are your hair needs? If you look at your hair needs, we look at a dehydrated hair and a normal hair. So dehydrated hair is where I'm going to concentrate more. You will have dry and frizzy hair, split ends, which are prone to breakage. And then this also stops the hair growth and, tries to become a precursor for a hair loss. And this is again very important when you look at it from, hydration. So when you drink water, you're going to have a glossy, strong hair, and you're going to be having a good hair growth also. So drinking water plays a very important role, especially in hair care. So when we always say drink lots of water, we think it's only good for the skin. No, it's from the hair also. Next, I'm going to take you through skin care. Now, skin care is made very easy when you follow the DEARS. Okay, that's an acronym, and D stands for drinking at least 8 glasses of water. So you saw it is matching for hair care and skin care. E is for eating fresh fruits and vegetables as much as possible. If you are not eating cooked food, then you're going to do good for your health also. So that's why they say green leafy vegetables and salads and a lot of soups and fruits really do very good for your skin. Next is A, which you have to apply sunscreen before stepping out. Many a times people think that sunscreen is only when you get out of the house. Actually, nowadays when we are switching on the tube light, even during the day, those harmful chemicals, rays also can, cause damages on our skin. Next is R, remove makeup at the end of the day before you go to bed, and at least sleep around 6 to 8 hours every day so that you don't have dark circles. Now, this is another important thing. Many a times people just miss out on that. And what can be your skincare routine? You can actually cleanse your skin, you can tone your skin, you can moisturize your skin. This could be your basic daily care. And then you can exfoliate your skin. If you did not know, your turnover of your skin is 72 every day, every 72 days. Your old skin comes out and your new skin is seen. But as we grow old, we don't find that happening, which means when you touch the skin of a child, if you just push your hand inside, it will be that googly woogly whoosh kind of feel, and you will see that skin being very soft. But the same thing, when you look at it, as you grow old, the 72 days will become lesser and lesser, or rather the time frame becomes more. That is, your dead skin always is on your skin. This will make your skin look very dull, and make it look more leathery. So you will see like fish scales on your skin. So that is when you have to exfoliate and protect your skin from the sun. A very simple exfoliating thing could be your milk. You can take the cream of your milk and then put some sugar into that, and that can be used as a scrub at home. If you want, you can put some tinge of turmeric also and use it to exfoliate your skin. So this is going to really take care of your skin care, especially if on your neck. If you see, since we all wear a lot of chains, you will have those black marks on your neck also. So that also goes off when you start exfoliating. The next thing is a basic skincare regime, wherein you can cleanse your skin, you can tone your skin, you can use some serums. Now, what is a serum? A serum is a liquid which actually enters your skin. See, it's something like your road. Imagine your road and it has a bump there. So any potholes, you need to fill them up. So the serums will actually fill the potholes of your skin, especially your deep open pores. So if you have a deep pore, you will see that the skin is not evenly textured, and that is very important. Then you can use your eye cream around your eye. Eye is a more sensitive area than the entire face. And then you can put the face cream and then the sunscreen, and you're good to go. And these are a few skincare tips and their benefits, and this is what I would like to harp on, just to help you understand the same factors which we spoke about, like getting good sleep, protecting your skin from sun, following the best makeup practices, keep irritants off your skin. We actually talk about a point called comedogenic and non-comedogenic. So I would recommend all non-comedogenic products. When I say non-comedogenic, I mean the skin loves those products and are ready to accept or absorb those products. So that is called non-comedogenic. And then exercise regularly, that helps you flush out your negative toxins. Sleep right, avoid any heat which is direct on your face. So many a times people ask me, like, when do I have to do a skincare? So it is like brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth in the morning, same time do your skincare, because the first thing you do in the morning is to go to your kitchen and boil the milk, right? So that heat from the kitchen also harms your skin. Eat healthy, stay hydrated, and definitely choose the right products. Many a time people compromise on this. They think that, if I use expensive products, or I have to really sell my property. That's how they tell. The answer is not really so. The answer is, like, if you are so motivated enough, you will understand the cost effectiveness, because the damage on your skin is going to be less. Next, I'm going to go to body care. Now, body care is again something which you need to learn to pamper yourself. You don't have to have a long body bath. I don't mean the time of time. I mean the quality. What I'm talking about. So you can have some hot water bath, especially when you feel you're very tired. It acts as a relaxant on your body. You can have long showers or pamper your skin with some oil, and you can do that. I prefer using coconut oil and olive oil on my skin, so I do this at least weekly twice. You can mix equal amounts of coconut oil and olive oil. Now, why coconut oil? Coconut oil has ketone bodies, and if you understand mother's milk, breast milk, and anything which is equivalent to that is your coconut oil. So that is very good, and that will keep your skin very soft and supple. Many times you would have seen mothers, massaging their children's body with coconut oil also. This is because if there is any blemish in terms of like mosquito bites or anything like that, that will also be removed by the coconut oil. And olive oil, all of us know is enriched in vitamin E, and vitamin E is a skin vitamin. So when you have a combination of both of them, you don't even have to heat it if you don't want it, or you can double boil it. Double boiling means you take a water bath and then you keep this oil bath over the water bath and then you heat it. So there is no direct heating of the oil. This is done because you don't want the essential ingredients of this oil get escaped, and rather that should be absorbed by your skin. So both these are very important, and then you can give yourself a very luxurious bath. That's what I would say. Avoid any strong soaps. Now, there is something called the TFM in a soap, which is called the total fatty matter. Now, total fatty matter is very important because many a times to keep the total fatty matter properly, many soap companies add a lot of filler materials. Many a times you might not know more about this. When I do your skin consultation, I will explain more about this, because I can go on only on this one topic of TFM for 40 minutes, right? And for the men, shave carefully. Many a times you see that the men are really hurrying themselves as they shave, and they have some kind of cuts on their face. So if there is something, then you can protect and lubricate your skin also, and use the best shaving cream, foam, gel, and things like that. And pat your skin dry. Just by patting like this actually increases your blood supply. Just doing this. and moisturize your skin. So every day and night, pamper your skin completely, and this holds good for both boys and girls. So body care tips, if I have to say, I think there are, other than the olive oil and the coconut oil, I would say Brahmi is very good. It promotes elasticity and diminishes the fine lines. And apricots are good. It hydrates and gives you a healthy skin. And the sesame oil, which is very good for increasing the blood circulation. So these can also be added, and you can make the best out of this. This is very important, my dear friends. I'll tell you the reason why. See, when you take care of your body, the kind of self-esteem and the self-confidence which comes out when you talk to people is very evident. And when you are feeling confident, you're only the best output comes out. And I'm sure all of us want that, right? Next, I'm going to a topic which is very close to my heart. Being a dentist, I know that, all of us want to know something about oral care also. So I thought, I'm going to include oral care because teeth are also a part of pampering ourselves, right? So what are the 10 most important dental tips? If I could say, brush your teeth regularly, floss regularly, and don't eat, or I would say limit at least your soda content. I would say avoid, but I'm just trying to be a little diplomatic here. I would say avoid all these things, sodas, coffees, and alcohol, and visit your dentist every 6 months, because a stitching time saves 9. So you really want your teeth to be healthy. Clean your tongue daily. Tongue again is a very important indicator of your internal health. So generally, you remember our yesteryear doctors, they used to say, pull out your tongue, and we used to say, and then they say, oh, you have a fungal infection. So that is how we used to have doctors taking care of us. Drink more water. Now you see, it is not only for the hair, for the skin, it's also for your teeth. So now you understand why we say drinking 8 glasses of water is so important. And how do I monitor myself? Every 1 hour of waking hour, I have a glass of water. Thereby, at least you would have around 2 to 3 liters of water a day. Avoid tobacco, friends. I guess, oral care is so important that if we don't take care of not only our teeth, also of our oral tissues around the teeth, it becomes a very problematic. So avoid any forms of tobacco. Consume calcium and other vitamins. Now that is very good, because vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B, all these are very important for your teeth. So if you want good teeth, you need to take all these. And use mouthwashes along with the brush and the floss. A simple mouthwash which I can tell you, which is at home, is the salt water. So you can gargle and probably put some tulsi or some neem leaves into that, and then you can use that also as a mouthwash. Always take a healthy diet, and that is something which I would definitely say. And of course, avoid any sugary or sticky food substances. Next is to understand what are the importance of your teeth, or the what do the teeth do. So definitely they help you in eating, they help you in having a good conversation, they give you an identity, and some uses for self-defense also. And I'm not sure how many of you know that teeth has DNA, wherein it gives you the unique characteristics of yourself, and it is also used in forensics, and which is very important, giving a man the identity when he does not know who he is, right? And of course, it helps you smile and adds to your face value. And last but not the least, as I told you, the same person without the teeth and with the teeth looks so different, right? So it gives you a kind of a charm when you want to really have good teeth. So it's so important that all of us take care of our teeth. Very important. Next is the best food for healthy teeth, as I already told you, is milk, it's pot herb, it's pumpkin, kale, carrot, apples, cotton cheese, bow, and honey. And of course, you have the eggs and the fish and the citrus food also. So these are all very important for your teeth, because this will give you a kind of an understanding as to what is very good for your teeth. Next is about the dental bites. Now, this is again very important. What is good for your teeth? What is bad for your teeth? And I'm sure, being a dentist, I would like to throw some more light on this. So, veggies, fruits, dairy, that is milk products, and they say tea in the sense of green tea is very good because it has polyphenols. Okay. And this is very good for your health. And what is bad, of course, we understand wines and many medications which cause some discoloration of your teeth, soft drinks and candy. When I say medications, I want you to understand that tetracycline is one medication we avoid during pregnancy, because when a mother takes that during her pregnant life, and I'm sure a doctor which is going to prescribe is going to view the pros and cons why they have to give it to the mother. So in those cases, you will see the teeth having some kind of a black or brown kind of a discoloration on the teeth. So that is why we have added a medication here. And certain medications also call coloration on the external aspect of the teeth. So that is also very important. And if you look at the dental issues, you have dental caries or tooth decay, and then you have also gum disease, again, which causes the loss of teeth. And I can go on and on in this aspect also, but I'm going to restrict myself because we're going to have, a lot of light thrown out on all these topics in a shorter period of time. What is a take-home message after this? I would definitely say brush your teeth twice daily. Okay, so that is something which I want you all to understand. That is, you have to brush your teeth in the morning and in the night before going to bed. No laziness here because it plays a very important role. Next is another very, very important point, which is called halitosis. Now, what is halitosis? It is bad breath. How do I know I have bad breath? So take your hand just about, say, about 2 to 3 inches away from your face and keep your palm facing yourself and blow hard 3 times. Ha, ha. When you do it 3 times, if you have some bad smell coming back, then you are a person who's having halitosis. Now, who are the people who can be potential people with halitosis? Now, I'm sure you understand that as soon as you get up in the morning, you have a bad breath. Now, that is just, sleep halitosis, which means, you have slept the whole night and that is why. So that is self-correcting. You just brush your teeth and you're going to get that right. But there are certain halitosis which is systemic bound, which means internally bound. If you have diabetes, then you will have a bad halitosis. Like that, if you have many kidney or liver issues, stomach problems, you'll have a bad halitosis. Now, other than that, you also would have bad halitosis when you eat certain food substances. And this, I'm sure you all know, it is when you take onions or garlic, you always have a bad smell, right? And that is why, if you see in the restaurants also, they'll keep some peppermint or some other thing to ward off this smell. And that is important. Other than that, these are habits like smoking, alcohol or coffee or any such things which will cause halitosis. When you're having fever or any kind of infection also, you will have bad halitosis. So these are the things you need to check up if you have only a halitosis problem or is it associated with a decay or a gum infection. So this is something which we need to understand. Like we say, mouth is the gateway of the body. Mouth is so important because, it helps us understand if your body, internal body has a lot of health issues. So the same microflora which is there in your oral cavity is there also in your internal body. And this is very important for us to know. So whether it's heart disease, cancer, diabetes, gum problem, bad breath, tooth loss, dental caries, lung infections, or brain strokes, we will be able to find out when you see it from your oral cavity. Next is a very important thing. Like many a times we are looking at aesthetics, right? So when I talk about aesthetics, I'm looking at how can you look good. So many a times people have gaps between the teeth and that might not look very nice, right? So we do some fillings called composite restorations or aesthetic restorations. And this is a before and an after picture. So you will see that before that gap was there and later that gap is removed by adding a filling material, which looks looks just like your tooth, and that is how you can get a tooth filling done. And this gives you instant kind of a good smile, and hardly taking about say 20 minutes to an hour, depending on the number of teeth we are going to work on with. Next, again, a topic which which is very close to my heart, and which I can say a specialist in, and that is in lasers. Okay, so what we do is, if you have any marks on your skin, we remove those marks with the help of a laser. And I am a laser specialist, and I can proudly say I'm one among the best, not only in India, but in the entire Southeast Asia. So, I am in the faculty list, so you can understand that we spend a lot of time in making people look good. It's also these kind of skin tags. All of us have skin tags. It could be on your neck, it could be on your arms. So we can remove that painlessly, bloodlessly. Okay, and you could have some warts on your hands or fingers. This generally happens, especially if you are, holding something for a longer time. It's also associated with contact dermatitis. Most of us would, if you look at your hands here, you would see a lot of blackish coloration of your hands right from the elbow upwards. So that is another thing which you want to look into. So all this can be taken care of. And you can have some wart also, warts on the nose and things like that. And this is how you can remove it. They are the cutaneous warts, and we remove it with the help of lasers, painless, bloodless, and makes it very comfortable for the person. And this is what I am an expert for the last almost 13 years here. And this is how we go ahead and do it. So I'm showing you immediate before, during procedure, and immediately after. So if you have warts, you can just remove that out, and you can see it gives you a very clean area. Sometimes these warts can be painful also, right? And they can turn malignant. So we need to be very careful as to how we are handling such patients. And we definitely do this with a lot of, looking into the medical issues. Next, I'm going to come to another very important topic called nail care. Nail care is a sign of healthy nails. Is very important. See, hair, skin, and nails go hand in hand. You cannot separate them. The reason I say so is because they are all, ectodermal in origin. Ecto means outside, so they are all ectodermal in origin. So if you have less of hair, you will see your nails are not good, your skin is not good, things like that. So all these are being ectodermal in nature. You have the nails which appear pinkish white in color, and this nail bed is very important. So when you press your nail bed, if you press your nail bed and you see that pink color is there, that means you have healthy nails. Now when you look at the nails very closely, and if you see there is a half moon, I don't have them to show you, but if you have a half moon on the underside, that means you will see that you are iron deficient. Okay. And statistics shows that almost 90% of Indian women are, less in iron. Iron is a very important mineral, my dear friends, and we all need that because we belong to that section of people where, we have menarche, which is the starting of your periods, and till menopause. So the entire range of womanhood, we all need this iron, and that is very important. You can see it with your nails itself. Another very important thing is you will see some white spots on your nails. If you see those white spots, they are called hypo areas. So hypocalcemia. So that's how it is seen. Now hypocalcemia again is a very big thing. You need calcium. That's what it means. Now when you have hypocalcemia, you will see hair loss. You will see your stomach actually coming front. Many people think, how can stomach and calcium be associated? But that's the truth. You also have some cramping and a tension on your feet. That is very important again. So all these will tell you that you are calcium deficient. And you could also have yellow nails. Yellow nails, especially when you have jaundice, people used to see yellow nails. And you could have brittle nails or peeling off nails. The nails would just peel off. Many people's health condition is seen by looking at that nails. And this is very important. And uneven textured or thickened nails also is an indication of heart problems. So, again, nail care, if you thought is just a little, now you understand. Agathin alagu mugathil theriyum. So it is not only on your face, you will see it on your extremities also. So whether your heart is good, whether your blood supply to your entire body is good, whether your bone health is good, all that you'll be able to understand. So 5 super easy things is to super moisturize your nails, use a nail file, massage your cuticles, wear gloves wherever necessary, especially when you're doing some kind of gardening, and use mild soaps. Nail care tips, as I told you, you can use the proper nail care kit which is available. That is what I would recommend. Don't use some sharp objects on your nails. And how do you do a pedicure or a manicure? I'll just run you through that. So you can basically soak your hands or feet in say 5 to 10 minutes in warm water. Make it a little hot, put some lime into it, put some little salt into it, and have some baby soap into that, and wait after soaking. And then what you can do is nicely, gently clean up your hands and feet with your scrub, and apply some essential oils if you want to. I told you coconut oil and olive oil is very good. And then you can rub yourself with a nice pack. If you want a mask or something, you can put a nice pack on your hands and feet, wait for 10-15 minutes, and then you can wash it up. And then obviously play with your cuticles and shape your nails, and then you are ready to go. You can put your nail paint and show them off. So these are things which you can do it yourself, and this is something which is very important, especially people who are in the kitchen cutting vegetables, and sometimes you use your nails to pull out things. You might hurt your nail beds, and that will cause some infections, and lime is the best thing to curtail these kind of infections. Next is personal hygiene. Now, personal hygiene, I don't want to go deep into it, but I thought people who have children, they need to understand so that they can take care of their oral care, bathing ritual, hair care, foot hygiene, and sneezing, and home hygiene. So these are things which you need to tell them. And washing your hands is something which I guess we have been doing all through this pandemic. So how do you wash your hands? You have to take lather, or first wash your hands completely with water, and then take the soap or your solution, and go palm to palm, go between your webs of your finger, go each finger one by one, roll it up till your wrist, and after doing that, go on your fingernails completely, and then wash your hands. So this is very important, and this is something which you need to do it in conjunction even with your if I could say, your sanitizers also. So when you're thinking about your sanitizers, you also think about doing it this way. Next is understanding the life cycle of a woman. Now, a woman goes through various phases of her life, right? From being a small kid to a toddler, to a baby, and then into a teenager, and then a young adult, and entering into her matured life, and then menopausal age. So we are talking about menstrual hygiene too, and 28th May is celebrated as the Menstrual Hygiene Day by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and there is no hesitation around menstruation. So we don't have to hesitate when we speak about such sensitive topics, because this is a natural process and is a part of every woman, and I think every man should know about menstrual hygiene, so that they can help their women folk. It could be their sisters, their mothers, their wives, their daughters, their nieces, or whoever it could be, their friends. And today we want people to understand us better, right, friends? So this is very, very important. So that is something which definitely plays a very important role, and we will have speakers speaking more about all these also shortly. There are 4 stages of menopause, which is called the premenopause, perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. And since this group has a varied variety of women, I thought, I should include for you to understand your body better. So when it's a premenopause stage, you have cramps, anxiety, mood swings, irritability, and nausea. Perimenopause stage is when you again have these mood swings. Hot flushes means, the blood just gushing into your body. You'll feel very hot, even when it is cold, and you will feel like, perspiring so much, and you have night sweats, you have vaginal dryness, irregular periods, and loss of libido. Menopause again has most of these, and post-menopause is when you have osteoporosis. So we spoke about calcium a little earlier, but now you understand when you are menopausal, or many a times when you have removed your uterus, that's when you have osteoporosis, coronary heart diseases, and urinary tract infections also. In addition to that, we are also going to stress about basic menopausal symptoms. So most of which we have already spoken about, but I definitely want to talk about breast hygiene also. So here you understand that, many a times we feel very shy when we are talking about these talks. I want you all to understand 2-3 things, that you are the best person, and if you've crossed 30 or 35, I definitely want you to understand your breasts better, go in for a mammogram, and always see that you are in the healthy front. And a quick weight gain is another thing which I want to talk about, because many people once you remove your uterus or anything like that, you start putting on weight, and menopause is a very painful phase, especially when it comes to weight management. Some people even have thyroid issues, and all this helps or leads into lack of motivation to take care of themselves. So if we have men on this forum, I would definitely encourage you to understand women better and help them tide through this premenopausal and postmenopausal phase, because everybody wants to be loved the same way they were loved before. And I think this is a very sensitive topic, but I definitely wanted to draw a point into that, because I felt we are having only one life to live, and we want to live it queen size, if not the king size, right? So that's where we go to. Next, I'm going to talk about self-love. Self-love is another very important thing. I don't want you all to judge yourself saying that, oh, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not good looking, I'm not young, I'm not talented. No, friends, I think, all of us have our worth, and I want all of you to understand your worth also as you go through your phase of self-love. So when I'm talking about self-love, what am I actually talking about? I'm looking out, for you to understand your worth in yourself before you look into others first, and then speak to yourself with a lot of compassion. See, all of us make mistakes in life, and to err is human. We know that, right? So it's not wrong to go wrong, but then don't keep cursing yourself for that. It doesn't work. Accept what you cannot change. There were things which you did without knowing. It was ignorance. It's okay. Say no without hesitation. You don't have to say yes to everything to please others. Please, that is not what you want. Put your phone down if you think you want to detox yourself and know yourself better. Again, something which is very important. Self-love is about loving yourself. And self-love is the best love. And that is something which I definitely want each of my girlfriends to feel about yourself. And music therapy is very important, because music heals. It has its effect on all the lobes of your brain. And what is best when you're very sick, if you listen to some good, nice music, you're going to have some amazing feel. And next week, I'm getting a music therapist on the board, and you're going to hear her speak about that. So the reason I'm talking to you all this is about, I want your mental space to open up to all these ideas which is there in my brain, and I'm just pouring it out so that, I want you to realize that this Get In Get Fit series is going to be a very holistic approach to give you the best in whatsoever you are looking for in life. And music therapy, as I told you, it's about emotional well-being. It's about physical health. It's about social functioning. It's about communication abilities, cognitive skills through musical responses. And if you see very chronic diseases like cancer or anybody in coma or things like that, music helps them. Music helps them connect. And if you, I don't know if you saw a beautiful video which came few weeks back in WhatsApp. There is this 90 plus or 100 plus lady who used to learn ballet, and right now she's forgotten who she is, and she was a charmer in her younger days, and they just put that music, and this lady is not even moving for months and years together. By just hearing those music, she went back to the same exact moves, and that changed the entire thing. So you have music as a medicine, music as a therapy, and all this is scientific based, friends. This is not just telling something out of the blue. It is so important for you to realize that music can be an enrichment for your soul, and that is why when we are sad or when we are happy, we love to listen to music, and that becomes a very integral part of us, and that is very important for us in any walk of life, right? Now I come to the almost to the end of the session, where I'm going to share with you my footsteps in this journey of pampering myself. See, that is me in this picture. If you look at me, I'm just an ordinary looking person. I did not know much about grooming, makeup, nothing, but then I wanted to know, and that is how I attended this attitude workshop, where I was taught a lot of things, and this is how we were the members. And you can see here, after the workshop, you can see this is how I looked before, or in the beginning of the workshop, and this is how I got transformed at the end. Learned a lot about hair care, about skin makeup. I did not want it to look very jarish. I wanted a very subtle makeup, and that's how I did a makeup for myself, and that is how it was. So with this, I started my baby steps, and I got into the grooming and makeover sales workshop. I did a lot of online certification courses on this. This is just to give you an understanding of what you can do if you feel that you have not learned much on that side. Nothing is impossible. Knowledge is something which you can keep learning day in and day out, right? And then I learned a lot more about colors. Did you know if you picked up a color today that reflects your mood? Did you know that if you picked up red, it meant something? That is what it is all about. So I got into colors, and I got into color workshops to understand what color looks good in the morning, what color you can wear in the night, how do you dress yourself when you do it. All this plays a very important role, and that's another transformation where you can see. And I have been winning kind of awards in the skincare regime, and this is all because understanding all about different brands, what you can use, and how to maximize what you want out of all these. And I got into a fashion show. Can you beat it? I walked the ramp, and this was about 4 years back in 2017. And I feel very proud of myself, because I come from a basic normal middle class family where education was so much uphill, and nothing about beauty was something which was taught to me. Then I said, let me grow myself, and I had to groom my hairdo. I had to tie my sari the way I wanted, and I could wear any clothes, but I feel very comfortable in a sari. So that's where I walked the ramp on the sari, with the sari. And here is, you can feel the beat of that. And that is how confident you can be. And this was my winning statement. They say beauty with brains, right? So I won the Miss Beautiful Smile, and that also plays a very important role. And of course, dressing up and grooming yourself at every given way. It is not that I don't dress up in modern clothes. I do. It is just for you to feel yourself. And winning a lot of Diva awards, that is something which is again precious, right? And of course, I had my story written, and this story was winning story, and this really got me a lot of awards, and I went up to be recognized, and this is called the Don't Limit My Attitude, and I was one among the 15 winners all over India, and the only one representing Tamil Nadu. So that's nice, right? And this is how my journey went, and I was taken, and I was groomed. Can you see people dressing me up, and I was dressed up, and that is how we had the journey. And I featured in the Cosmopolitan magazine, and what's best, these magazines came out, and that is my take on the magazine. So that is how it was. And these are subtle things, how you can understand with coloring yourself and making yourself feel special. And of course, winning awards all through also helps you understand that how you can enjoy life. And this was a party thrown out to all the winners. Okay, and this is the golden badges we won because of the skincare and the hair care. So it is like leading by example. That's what I wanted to tell you. And of course, this is my makeover before and after. So you can see it's like even at the age, whatever you want, you can look the way you are. It is all about accepting yourself and living yourself. And during this lockdown, I grew my hair also. So you can see my hair, which is grown, and my skin. I really pampered my skin enough. So it is living by example. That's what I wanted to tell. And whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And that is what, Napoleon had said. And let's all age gracefully. And I want to end with this quote of mine, which says, the most important person in life is you. Be happy, stay optimistic, and bounce back to life. Be courageous and resilient and committed to self-care. Love yourself immensely, because each of you are unique. And that's how I want to end this session. And thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day to all my loved ones on the other side of this program. And thank you so much for patient listening. And definitely any questions, I'm ready to answer. Over to you, Julie.
Thank you, Vidya ma'am. That was such an amazing, awesome session, and I'm sure each and every participant will agree that I had asked you to take the session first, because you are an expert in this field, and you really have given us a lot of information. I was like, I completely was glued to the system, taking in so much of information. So I have the privilege of editing and listening again, and I think I will definitely make use of each and everything which you have shared with me. So thank you, ma'am, and thank you everyone for being part of the session.
Vidya, can you share the recording afterwards? Because so many things are there which you have talked about. At our age, I'm not able to remember so many things.
I will surely share, Ma. I'll surely share. It'll be a part like how we share the Google Drive things for the others. We'll be sharing this also.
Okay. Very nice session.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Very nice.
Thank you, Ma.
Record பண்ணாதான் இருக்கும். ஒண்ணா பாத்துக்கலாம்.
Kandipa. So next week, as an amazing speaker again, and I want all of you to, be ready for her. She's a celebrity, but you know me, right? I don't leave any stone unturned. I always get you the best. And next week, we're going to talk on music therapy. I thought, we need something for the soul. And thank you so much, Judeline, because usually I'm the anchor, and for once I just sat back. So thank you for that, and I feel so proud of you. Thank you so much, and definitely we have to thank Pramod for the link and all the delegates for logging in. I mean, it really means a lot to be able to serve you all better. I think that is what standing up for each other, by each other, is something special. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma.
Not reading.
Thank you, Vidya.
Thank you, Parvati. Thank you.
Vidya.
Thank you so much.
Vidya, next time you take one day, one part, one topic.
Yes. It's going to be like that. It's going to be like that.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Vidya. It was absolutely fascinating.
Thank you, Mini ma'am.
So much of information, content. I mean, I just couldn't imagine how you could do this.
I know. How you were able to relay everything back to us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ma.
Cover full body, Vidya. Full body.
It was a big job, because I did not want to leave anything, because this is the beginning. From the next sessions, you will have one day only for one part. It was only face, it will be only face. It was only hands, it will be only hands. It will be like that. So you will have much more time to
Yeah,
pamper yourself.
we can take in more material.
After some time, after the session, you won't recognize any of us.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's very true, Rhoda. Very true. Very true. But now it's like
style ஆயிடுவோம். அப்புறம் you'll have to search. My God, who's that?
Correct. Nice. Okay. Okay, Vidya. Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.